Okay, got another one. So we got Kefianic, Kefianic, Dach out. Kill the Jews. Ignore me. Kefianic Dach versus David Vance. Okay. Regular battle. No particular categories. Sweet. 2 bars. Let's get the fuck into it. Alright. Politics. Scroll past that. Right, David Vance. I'm here with the snake. This death scene will be premiering your fate. You can't talk with a rap author, nowhere near a debate. You get rear-ended by Queer Men, they say you're steering is great. You think you're a big fish in the pond, you can come near me with bait. Clearly he's fake, a hollow man act that's appearing too late, on his touchscreen saying the wrong shit like it's a Siri mistake. Or Sarah mistake if he wants beef cause there's fear in you mate, in the box he goes with that corny mess like some cereal flakes. Cereal flakes. Wah, triggered. This motherfucker loses. Oh wait, he's not talking about me. That's okay. He's not talking about me. Alright. First impressions. Tight flow, but very, very fucking simple. Very fucking simple. Not much in the way of wordplay, punchlines, anything really clever going on there. Rhymes tight. It's good rapping. Alright. Moving on to Kefianic Dach Kill the Jews. He won't fly high even if he gets a cape from his mum. Fighting a Goliath, the only time David Stone will be aiming for the top. Get it? I do. David Stone. Fighting Goliath. Little short fucker. Aiming a stone. Way up at Goliath. That's cool. Cape from his mum and aiming for the top. I don't know what kind of fucked up accent you have, bro, but that don't work. Maybe in your local accent with some swing and some swag that works as audio, but it sure as shit doesn't work as text. But okay, that happens. International audiences, we've all got our own fucking accents. I say R in words that don't contain a motherfucking R. We'll move on. Alright, shots fired. His brainer will pop. I'm the best heavyweight. Yeah, he's been seen boasting. I'm here to make David drop in tears, like one who grieves mostly. Plus verse Sam, he got bagged and paid in blood, like that shit did cost him. Next, we saw Stone Cold call that a visit to Steve Austin. You must be from a whack town, cause youngins keep ignoring all your lines, like when the call is a prank, clown a casket, that's what you lack now. But I'd rather give you a tomb. Stone, call it a smackdown. You're the illest. Triggered. Again. That's okay. This motherfucker's not talking about me either. Did you motherfuckers set this up? Will Mac, are you in on this? I don't know. I'm just getting fucking triggered today. Okay. You're the illest? Nah, because what you drop, plays are all used, sir. That's why these kids come to me for lessons. They know I raised new stars. But if you see them all turned to stone, then they must have battled Medusa. Raised new stars, battled Medusa. Okay. First impressions here. Shitload of punchlines and wordplay and lots of cool complex shit and the multis. Fuck me. Cape from his mum, aiming for the top. Brainer will pop. That's okay. Aiming for the top. Brainer will pop. Seen boasting. Grieves mostly. That's okay. Grieves mostly. Did cost him. Steve Austin. Okay, that's alright. You must be from a whack town. Prank, clown, casket, yeah. I really fucking don't like that shit. There might, well, not might. There's definitely a way to swing that and time that in audio so it works. As text, that shit just gets really fucking confusing. By all means, finish a line on a multi and immediately start the next line on the same multi. That sounds cool as shit. Hang on, we're about to be interrupted by a 3-year-old. Let me pause. Okay, we're back. I just had a really fucking exhausting 10-minute conversation about a dinosaur sticker. It happens. Alright, so where were we at? Alright, Kate from his mum, aiming from the top. brainer will pop. Okay, so you're just using pairs of multis. Aiming for the top, brainer will pop. Wait, that's your fucking multi there. Seen boasting, agrees mostly. So why is Cape from his mum caps locked? I'm guessing maybe that's a typo, a proofreading error. I'm guessing there was something that actually rhymed with Cape from his mum that you have not included because you went over a word count, and you just forgot to remove the caps lock from that. That's what I'm picking. Okay. Right, where were we up to? Whacktown, Prank Clown. Yeah, that's where we're up to. There are certainly ways to finish a line on a multi and immediately start the next line on the same multi. That's cool, but it has to be an extra. It's like if you come up with 3 cool multis and you don't want to throw any one of them in the rubbish bin, by all means use it at the start of the next line to like fold the rhyme into the next multi set. But if you've only got, if you've only got this multi at the end and you're using part of the multi at the end of one line and the second half of the multi at the start of the next line, really fucking confusing in text. Really fucks with the flow, confuses the shit out of the reader, and slows down my reading. So any flow, any cadence, any rhythm goes right the fuck out the window. It can work in audio if you do it right. Doesn't work in text. Alright. Whacktown, Prank Clown, Lack Now, Smackdown. All used sir, raised new stars, Medusa. Yeah, it's a real fucking stretch there. Again, absolutely you can make that work in audio, but this ain't audio, this is text. That's pretty fucking stretched and forced for text. Alright. So, content-wise, David, I'm here with a snake. This death scene will be premiering your fate. Unless I'm missing something really fucking clever, that's pretty plain, direct speech. You can't talk with a rap author. It's nowhere near a debate. I don't know, man. I'm not really feeling that. It's nowhere near a debate. Again, it's direct speech. There's no real punchline. There's no wordplay. There's nothing terribly clever there. You get rear-ended by queer men. They say your steering is great. Rear-ended by queer men. I mean, okay, kind of fucking juvenile. It's 2022. We're not supposed to give a shit about that. Schoolyard homo fucking jokes. They don't really fucking land hard in 2022, man, unless you're doing something quite clever, or you're really going all in, because it's a fake personal. Like, unless the guy said something where we've got reason to believe he is actually fucking queer or gay, it just kind of fucking comes across like a fake personal, you know. Anybody can point to anybody else and go, fucking he sucks dick. We all did that in high school. It wasn't even that fucking funny then, you know. So personals, they don't have to be true, but you have to make them believable. People in the scene want to believe bad shit about other people because we're all a bunch of fucking assholes. But you've got to give me a reason to believe it, and that just is obviously a fake personal. They say your steering is great. Rear-ended steering is great. I don't know, man. I got fucking rear-ended, and my steering was not great afterwards. So, kind of confused. Poor connection. You think you're a big fish in the pond. You couldn't come near me with bait. I'm assuming you're just a dumbass who has misspelled bait, which is supposed to be B-A-I-T. Are you fucking trying to say something about masturbating? Are you trying to say something about Norman Bates from Psycho? I don't fucking know. I'm not sure why the word is misspelled there, so I'm assuming that is just a spelling error. In which case, you think you're a big fish in the pond, you can come near me with bait. It's not saying anything really fucking clever. Clearly he's fake, a hollow man act. That's okay. Disappearing too late. On his touchscreen saying the wrong shit like it's a Siri mistake. There's an idea there, there's a concept there, but that ain't the way to execute it. I'll Sarah a mistake if he wants beef. Steak, beef. We've heard steak and beef, you know, like 1,000 million fucking times. That's not the cleverest or most original way. And then you close on because there's fear in you, mate. Which again isn't saying anything particularly clever, and it's clearly just fucking bolted on the end there to have a multi. And the box he goes with that corny mess like some cereal flakes. Okay, that's decent. And the box he goes with the corny mess like some cereal flakes. That's not a terrible cereal bar. And obviously with the stage name Cereal Illa, I have heard a lot of motherfucking cereal bars over the years. And that's certainly not one of the worst. So that's a pretty good closer. In fact, you know, fucking honestly, that closer is your best bar in your whole verse. Finishing on your strongest bar is a power move. But there's not a whole lot else that preceded it. Rhyming is fucking tight though. Alright. Moving on to Kefianic, Dach, kill the Jews. He won't fly high even if he gets a cake from his mum. I fucking laughed out loud the first time I read that. That gave me a chuckle. It's fucking stupid, but I loved it. Fighting a Goliath, the only time David Stone will be aiming for the top. That's fucking nice. Shots fired, his brainer will pop. Meh. That's obviously just fucking bolted in there to have a multi. It's not really saying a lot. And the best heavyweight, yeah, he's been seen boasting. I'm here to make David drop in tears, like the one who grieves mostly. Kind of a clunky way to execute it. Drop in tears, like the one who grieves mostly. Grieves mostly is obviously just fucking bolted on the end there to have a multi that works. I feel like there were better ways to execute that, but I have him drop in tears, like the one who grieves mostly. That's okay. I fucks with it. I fuck with the wordplay in tears. You know, that's not bad. Plus verse Sam, he got bagged and paid in blood. Like that shit did cost him. I fucking hate this shit. Like that shit did cost him. Go say that in a motherfucking conversation with somebody and they're gonna think you got fucking concussion. You can't just force this fucking terrible grammar in there just to have a multi. Doesn't work. If your sentence wouldn't make sense in a normal fucking conversation, don't put it in your bars. Next, we saw Stone Cold call it a visit to Steve Austin. Oh yeah, David Stone Vance. We saw Stone Cold call it a visit to Steve Austin. Cool. That's cool. I fuck with that. You must be from a whack town because young'uns keep ignoring all your lines, like when the call is a prank, clown. Nah. Ignoring your lines, like prank calls. That's okay. There's an idea there. That shitty execution though. I really hate that split of the multi across two lines. A casket, that's what you lack now. Bruh, I'd rather give you a tomb, stone, call it a smackdown. Yeah, that's okay. You're lacking a casket, but I'd rather give you a tomb, stone, call it a smackdown. Yeah, that's nice. The connection's there. You're the illest. Nah, because what you dropped, plays are all used, sir. Yeah, that's fair comment. I mean, actually, to be fair, he didn't even fucking drop any plays, except for the cereal bar at the end. So, what you drop, plays are all used, sir. This all used, sir thing, I don't know if that's how you actually fucking speak in regular conversation in your country, in your culture, but that's fucking cringe and clunky to me. That just looks like a a multi that's Frankensteined in there. I don't know why you'd be calling your opponent sir in a rap battle. You're supposed to be belittling the pathetic little bitch, not calling him sir. So that's kind of clunky. That's why these kids come to me for lessons. They know I raised new stars. That's just kind of fucking self-aggrandizing swag, flex. Kids come to me for lessons. Maybe they do. I don't know if they do, but your bar should always be directed at your opponent, not fucking talking about how great you are. I mean, I do it myself sometimes. Sometimes you just got to do it for a setup to make a multi work, but stronger ways to do it. They know I raised new stars, but if you'll see them turn to stone, then they must have battled Medusa. Okay, so kids come to me for lessons, I train them up, but if you see them turning to stone for help, then they must have battled Medusa. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I think your David and Goliath line was better than that one, and I would have liked to have seen you finish on that one, but it works okay as an opener too. Always try and finish on your strongest bar if you can, and you probably thought this was your strongest bar, but the multi doesn't really work. Okay, so let's have a quick look at categories. Where are we? Opener, closer. Kill the Jews gets that. Rhymes, multis. I think David Vance did a better job with rhymes and multis, more consistent throughout. Wordplay. David fucking barely even showed up to the party for that one. That definitely goes to Kef. I'm just gonna fucking call you Kef. It's easier. All right, that definitely goes to Kef. Punchlines definitely goes to Kef. Similes, metaphors. Yeah, Kef. That should really just be fucking folded into wordplay, because similes and metaphors and punchlines, there's a lot of overlap there. That goes to Kef. Vocab. Nobody stood out as being Shakespeare. Nobody stood out as being a fucking retard. So that's kind of a non-event for me. Personals. David came with the fake personal. That's glaringly, obviously fake. I'm not fucking with that. Kef. Yeah, okay, he's got the shit about you got fucked up by Sam. Yeah, you got fucked up by Sam, leaping stone cold. I'll count that as a personal. Other than that, it's all Superman bars that could be directed at anyone. And enjoyment. That's actually closer than you'd think. David said fuck all, but he just rhymed real smooth. If he bust that out as a freestyle in the backyard over beers, I probably wouldn't even fucking notice that he didn't say anything of importance, because it would just come out so smooth. I'd be like, yeah, that's fucking nice. But, you know, it's a text battle where we get to break everything down with a fine-tooth comb and go over it, and unfortunately there's just not a lot of content there. Definitely came better with the rhyming and flow and structure than Kef did, but Kef's content just fucking pisses all over David today. So that's how this one's going down. Too bad for you if you're Jewish, because Dach reigns supreme today, and Kefianic Dach, fucking whatever. Kef wins this one. That's who my vote's going to. That's how it's going down. Hurrah.